sort of what you sort of think, you know, like an agency or a government or a military or something gets the virus and weaponizes it, and that kind of story. And neither of us really kind of went for it, really. And then he started talking about this much bigger idea about a bigger story that sort of spread over 3 films ultimately, but that each film would stand independently, but there'd be a bigger tale to tell, and it would be based in a family, and that these 2 would be the origin of the family. So it's independent. So it inherits stuff from the first film. It's still the same apocalypse 28 years ago as it was for Cillian Murphy in the first film and Naomi Harris, but this is 28 years later. And we don't know what's happened to them. I'm not allowed to tell you. But these 2 are more than worthy stand-ins.
Yeah. Before we get into Jamie and Isla, I wanted to ask you both, Jodie and Aaron, your relationship with the 28 Later franchise. What was your introduction to these movies?
I mean, I feel like I was quite relatively young when it originally came out, so I don't remember exactly where I was when I saw it, but I always remember how it made me feel. For something to be so original and so heightened and have this element of terror and fear, but ultimately be about human connection and really character focused and incredibly intimate at times, like that really struck me, to see our kind of society and London like visually in that way. I'd never seen that before, and yeah, I mean, to work with Danny and Alex was the most incredible opportunity. So yeah, I always remember how it made me feel. I felt like I'd never seen anything like it before.
Yeah, I had the same reaction. I remember, I mean, at the time it was very iconic filmmaking, and Cillian walking through the streets of London was such a visual, had such a visual impact on you. I was probably about 11 or 12 at the time when that came out, so, but which was kind of interesting to bring that into this movie, because both Isla and Jamie were teenagers at the time this event happened. So it's kind of beautiful to be able to kind of have instilled this beautiful, this movie that about the rage virus and how we're now living in that post-apocalyptic world, and how that like informs the adult self. So it's kind of carrying that sort of trauma into this. It was so interesting to have that film there.
Yeah, both Jamie and Isla